Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. For today's video, I'm doing a first impressions foundation review on the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation. I have it in the color 100 Ivory. I'm going to test this out on my super oily skin and see if it lives up to the hype. I've heard a lot of really good things about this foundation, so I'm super excited. I generally really like Rimmel foundations. I feel like they do a really good job for my skin, so I'm excited to test this one out. So yeah, let's just jump right into the video. So let's just start off with the packaging. I am obsessed with the packaging. It is just a little squeezy tube, which is going to make it really easy to get every single last drop of foundation out of this guy. It's also really handy for travel and things like that. So I mean, if foundations don't come with a pump, which is kind of what I prefer, I do like a squeezy tube. But this is really good if you're traveling around. You can just chuck it in your handbag, so you don't have to worry about it breaking or anything like that. So that's awesome. Comes with one fluid ounce, so 30 mils of product, which is just normal, like a normal standard foundation. So I'm just going to read the claims on the back. It says, feather light liquid mousse blends flawlessly for a natural looking all day shine control. Silky smooth formula leaves perfectly matte baby soft finish. Lightweight texture, won't feel heavy or greasy. So that sounds really great. I'm just on the Priceline website at the moment. This one retails for $14.95. I did get this one cheaper. They had a sale on for Rimmel. I think I got for half price. It was about $7 or so. So definitely wait for those sales. Get this one super cheap, so that's awesome. It comes with 7 shades, so not a really great shade selection, more catered towards the fair, not super fair, but fair medium kind of skin tone. So it doesn't really cater for super pale or super dark skin tones, which is a bit of a fail, but not uncommon for a drugstore foundation line. So when you open it up, I'm just gonna see, it is a mousse. I haven't really used a mousse foundation since like the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, which was like ages ago. So I'm excited to see this one. Okay, so it's really, yeah, it's really thick. So I'm going to be applying it with a damp beauty blender today, and I'm going to be priming my skin. I love these two primers. Again, they are from Rimmel, but they are my absolute favorite at the moment, and I prime my skin every single day. So I want to give this foundation the best chance that it can against my oil. I'm just applying a combination of those primers to my skin to help control my oils even further throughout the day. So I've just applied about that much to the back of my hand, and I'm just going to dot it all over my face. Actually, I'm going to do one side of my face first and the other side. I'm just not sure how quickly this formula is going to dry on the skin, and I don't want to be like really struggling to blend out big splodges on the side of my face. So I'm going to dot this on my face. It's really thick. I'm just going to use the damp beauty blender to blend that one out. The colour looks a bit orange actually. So it's actually blending out really well. I thought it would take a lot more to blend it out because it was just so thick, but it's actually blending out really nicely. It's not, I'm gonna need a little bit more. It's not a 100% great color match. It's a bit orange in tone. So I'm just gonna make sure to cover my ears a little bit and bring it down my neck as well. I feel like you need a little, like quite a bit of this though. I've almost used that entire amount just for one half of my face, so not super great. So that's one half of my face done. It has really evened out my skin tone. I have a kind of matte powder finish to my skin. It's already kind of settling into a little bit of my fine lines on my forehead. And it's looking really dry and cakey underneath my eye here, and the same around my nose as well. So it does look really powdery and a little bit cakey, I'm afraid. I don't know if I like it. But it's definitely evened out my skin tone. I'd say it's more like a medium coverage. You can still see a little bit of my pigmentation through my cheeks here and a few of my little acne scars. But from a distance, it does look quite nice on the skin. It's definitely taken out a lot of the redness in my skin, which I like. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more because that took up pretty much that entire amount. It's definitely, I feel like it's oxidizing a bit. Oh, it's a lot darker on my hand now. So I'm just going to dot this over my face again. I might steer clear of my under eye actually, just because it's just looking real nasty under there. So again, my damp beauty blender looks so orange when you first like start blending it in. Ooh. Make sure to bring it down my neck and up into my hairline. I'm going to have to do my eye. It's just got a bit up there. Whatever. Okay, so that is the skin done. It's definitely looking really flawless. It's covered up a lot of my pigmentation. It doesn't really build that much. When I tried to build up over here, it just kind of ended up looking really heavy and cakey on the skin, so not really a fan of that. It has set down instantly, so it's definitely matte straight away. There's literally like no shine to my skin whatsoever. So I mean, I kind of normally like to have a little bit of sheen to my skin, not to be super matte, but this definitely has a kind of powdered finish to the skin. So if you don't like a more powdery look to your skin, this might not be the foundation for you. But I mean, normally once my natural oils start coming through, I mean, these foundations that look a little bit powdery end up looking quite good, and just means that they just stay like the whole day. So I'm not too worried about how matte my skin looks at the moment, because I know I'm going to be applying a little bit of highlight as well, and also my concealer, which will add a little bit of hydration under my eyes, because my under eyes seriously look like an elephant skin. Like, it looks so cakey and crinkly. It literally looks like elephant skin. So, ew. So it's about 10:40 in the morning at the moment, so I'm just going to apply the rest of my face and I will be right back. Hey guys, so I'm back. The time is now about 20 past 11 and I finished the rest of my face. So I did find a few differences in the way that my makeup applied than usual. So the normal concealer that I use is a Rimmel Match Perfection 2-in-1 concealer and highlighter. It just makes the skin look really nice and fresh and awake. Now I did find this looked really thick underneath my eyes. Normally I can apply like a shitload and just like go to town and it never looks cakey at all. But this time it did start to look a little bit cakey. Now I did find that it made my skin look really white in those areas in contrast. So I had to spend a lot more time blending it out to make it look normal, if you know what I mean. It looked really white, and my skin still looked a little bit heavy in those areas, especially under my eyes. Normally I would set my face with a damp beauty blender and some loose powder. I dip my beauty blender in there and press and roll into my entire face just to set everything down, because I do have really oily skin. I felt that if I did that with this foundation, I would look like a hot cakey mess. So all I did was take a light fluffy brush and I just set underneath my eyes, chin and my nose where I placed my concealer, nowhere else on my face, because I knew that it would look so heavy. I did apply a little bit of MAC Fix Plus to my face just to set all the powders down. I did feel that that really helped in making my skin look a little bit more like skin, if that makes sense. Probably a little bit too heavy of a foundation for me for every day, but it might be a really nice special occasion makeup. I'm just looking at my skin now. My pores look really good. They don't look exaggerated or really emphasized at all. I did feel like my highlighter for some reason looks like woo today. I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, that's the highlight. The rest of my powders and things applied beautifully on my skin. It was just the concealer that looked a little bit heavy. But other than that, the rest of my face looks really good. I have a little bit of creasing on the top of my forehead, but that's nothing unusual. And it does look a little bit cakey just on the sides of my mouth here where my smile lines are, and a little bit around my nose, but nothing super crazy. And from a distance it doesn't look like that's only when I'm like right up in my face checking it out. So yeah, the time is just about 20 past 11 now, so I'm going to go about my day and I'll come back in and check in with you in a few hours to let you know how the foundation is holding up. Fingers crossed that it's a good one. I would love to have a really nice, affordable, long-lasting, like special occasion makeup, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'm gonna zoom you guys in so you can have a quick look at the foundation kind of up close, so you can have a look at the skin. So let's just do that now. This is an up close look at the skin. Okay, it's like a little bit cakey in through here. So at the moment, I'm super happy with it. I will check back in a few hours and we'll see where we're at. So I'll see you guys soon. So guys, I'm back. It is now 5:15 in the afternoon and I'm really impressed with how this foundation has held up. I am the tiniest little bit shiny on the middle of my forehead, but that is pretty much the only area that I have any oils coming through, which is so amazing. I do have my highlight on, so that's just the highlighter, it's not the foundation. The only thing is it is looking a little bit cakey around my smile lines on either side of my mouth, and just in the crevices of my nose on either side is starting to look a little bit cakey in through here. And actually my under eyes area is looking a little bit crinkly and crepey as well. But I mean, it's nothing super horrendous, nothing that I would be like self-conscious about, but it's definitely something to note. So when I wear this foundation again, all I'll do is I'll make sure not to bring the foundation up any higher than about here on my face to make sure that I don't mix that foundation in underneath my eyes, because I do think that that's what's making my eyes look a little bit crepey and crinkly under there. The cracking on the side of my mouth, maybe just a little bit of a blurring primer on either sides of my mouth there will help to prevent that as well. But as far as being a long-lasting shine controlling foundation, this has done a fantastic job. I am so impressed. For only you can get on sale for about $7 at Priceline, that is pretty damn good. I've had high-end foundations that are claimed to be long-lasting and oil controlling and all of that. They don't last up to this. This has done a knockout job. I am so impressed with it. I've had it on for about 6 hours, which isn't the longest, but I can definitely see that I have like no shine coming through. So I know this foundation is going to last up to an 8-hour day for sure. No shine whatsoever at the 6-hour mark. Normally I would have had to have powdered or blotted or something to my face to control my shine, but I've done nothing. I only set the areas of my face that I put concealer, so just underneath my eyes and on my chin where I put my concealer. Everywhere else is literally just the foundation. Obviously I've put powder products over the top, but normally I would have to set my foundation like hardcore with powder, loose powder, press it really into the skin to get this kind of oil controlling, which just the foundation by itself has done. This foundation is definitely going to be making its way to my top shelf drawer. I keep all of my favorite foundations because I think it is amazing. I don't know if this will be an everyday foundation for me just because it is so full coverage, and for an everyday basis I prefer something a little bit lighter on the skin, but definitely if I have somewhere where I've got to be, like if I've got work on during the day but then also have to head out straight after to go out or something like that, I definitely think this foundation is going to be the one that I'm going to be grabbing because it just lasts so well. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a like, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new so don't miss out on any of my new videos. I hope you have a fantastic rest of the week and I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys.